Okay, you guys, we're going to go ahead and go live here with the first of the 10-week process server mastermind and business launch. I'm really excited today. We have a very special guest that's going to come on. He's going to talk to us about business organization and how to set up your business to protect yourself, but also for peace of mind. We're going to go into a few of those things. And so, but generally the way that the mastermind works in most masterminds is that you're going to come in and you're going to have an opportunity as one of the guests to go ahead and introduce yourself. No matter what your industry is, you're going to tell us a little bit about who you are and what it is you do, and we'll dive right into it. So the first thing that I want to do on every meeting is have a welcome message and then attendee introduction. So today, I just want to welcome you guys to this. If you're a professional out there and you're trying to grow your business, this is one of the best places that you can be. As you can see, the 10-week process server mastermind has all the different topics that we're going to be going over for the full 10 weeks. And I sent out an email. So if you haven't received the email, go ahead and visit mightywebsitebuilder.com/mastermind. You can just go to resources and find mastermind and get your email in there so you can start receiving those those notifications, and it'll actually give you the dates, specific dates for when we're going to be having these classes. Okay, guys, well, let's go ahead and dive into it. The next section is the actual expert instructions. So I'm going to go ahead and stop my screen share so we can give Sam the floor. So Sam, what do you got for us? If I'm a new business, what do I need to do right out of the gate?
Sure. All right. So I'm going to make it very simple and get straight to it. So it just comes down to business type and where you should set up your business. When it comes to your business type, there's three types. There's LLC, which is by far the most common. There's an S Corp, which is also a good option, which we'll talk about. And then there's the third option, which is a C Corp. Let's just get one out of the way. We do not want to set up a C Corp. Okay. So it just comes down to the first one, which is LLC or S Corp. LLC, let's talk about now those two. LLC is a lot more common. It's a lot easier. It's easier to set up. It's a lot more straightforward. And it's just the most popular version of setting up your business. The second type, however, is an S Corp, S Corporation, which is a different type of business entity that could potentially save you more in taxes. If you're making over, I would say 60, 65K or more, then it's 65K in profits or more a year, then an S Corp will save you more in taxes. So if it's your first time, you're starting a business, you don't know where it's going to go, start off with just an LLC. However, if you're a little bit more experienced or you already know it's going to do well for you, then set up an S Corp. Again, LLCs, it's a lot simpler to set up. S Corp does have more requirements. It does require you to do more. You have to set up payroll for yourself. You might have to get an accountant or bookkeeper to help you with that. So that's the reason why, I always say, if you make around 60, 65K, then the extra expense of having an S Corp is less than the benefits of the taxes that you save with an S Corp. Okay, so again, I would say most of you guys, LLC is honestly the answer. The second is where to set up your business. And there's a huge misconception that you should set up your business in Delaware and Wyoming and all this others in Nevada. Don't fall for that. That's just basically marketing material. The answer is you want to set up your business in the states where you're physically located yourself. Okay, if that was the case where, let's just say if Nevada was always the best state, then everybody would just form in Nevada and everybody would save on taxes and then nobody will have to pay taxes in California. No, there's no such thing. It's a myth. So just set up, if you're in Florida, set up your LLC in Florida. If in California, set up your LLC in California. And that's it. And then what does it take? I'm a business lawyer. I've been doing this for 6 years. I've helped over 4,000 people set up their businesses. That's why I'm like straight to the point. I don't have to waste anybody's time. If you need that, Mike, do you mind linking out to me? Just let me know that that you're one of Mike's students, part of this program, and I'll be happy to set up a reduced discount for you guys, just as long as you mention that. It's one of the extra benefits of being part of Mike's program. I'll be happy to basically
Awesome.
set that up for you guys.
Yeah, that's so cool. So just a couple of quick questions. I mean, because that was really to the point. But for those of us who maybe get stuck in the weeds a little bit, so I- is this an accounting, more of an accounting conversation? Because you're talking about like how much I might be making versus how much I'm going to save. But is there any legal aspect? What is the legal aspect of where I need to be concerned?
It's the two could be a little bit mixed in with each other, but this is just your business setup to make sure you're set up properly when you start out. There's tax and accounting and stuff like
Yeah.
that comes on the back end, which we could talk about too. If you want to talk about that, we could talk about that too. But that was just for business setup.
Yeah, I'm more saying like, am I more protected if I'm an LLC against, somebody or an S corp or?
No, it offers the same protection. However, what I'm about to explain right now is the important part of making sure that you get the protection that you're talking about. So what Mikey's mentioning is the protection of an LLC and S corp. The reason why let's talk about why you want to set up a business is because you want to separate this business, separate this away from you, so that basically it's not tied to you personally. So what I mean by that is let's say you start a business and something happens to the business. God forbid if somebody sues you or you owe money to creditors, the business doesn't go well. If you don't have this business set up, then the creditor, whoever that you owe money to, could come after your own money, which you don't want to do. So let's just say if you have money in your personal checking account, or if you have a home or whatever, or whatever that is, whatever you personally own, you don't want that to be at risk. That's why you set up this LLC that only if something happens, then only the LLC is responsible, which is just a way to protect yourself just in case something happens.
And it's just
Um,
a beautiful thing. I mean, being in the country, I know some other countries have this too, but like being in the US, having like the idea that you could start this business and then one day it blows up and you can just kind of like close the doors, bankruptcy, and move on to the next one.
exactly, yeah. That, and also it helps you. There's other benefits too, which it help you. It opens up the doors of business credit, which is very important.
Mm.
Leveraging business credit to be able to help you grow your business. Third is other businesses typically want to work with other businesses. So if you don't have these LLCs and these entities set up, then they don't want to work with you because it looks very amateurish. Those are like the main reasons: protection, business credit, and again, people wanting to work with other businesses.
That's good. That's good. So next week we're going to be talking about doing your research as you're setting up your business. And so, is there anything that would apply to this, like that they should maybe do some research? Obviously, we want them all to call you. I'm gonna be like telling everybody Sam is the man. But when it comes to just doing the research before they get this thing going, and in any industry, you got to do your research, come up with a business plan. What would you suggest would they do week one?
When it comes to what part? Research when it comes to what?
Yeah, so like on the legal aspect of things, I mean, my stepdad told me when I first started my first business, he goes, take 2 grand and go get a lawyer, take another 2 grand and go get an accountant, and he goes, and never skimp on those two, and you'll always be good. And he's right.
He's a smart man. Yeah, so I mean, I'll try to give you guys this advice. The research will be whatever I'm about to share with you guys here. You guys don't have to do extra research. So again, set up your LLCs in your state. Make sure that's set up properly. And after you do that, you want to make sure that you're also registered. Possibly, sometimes your city where you're physically working in may have their own requirements. So you may need to register your business in your city. Other than that, my service also comes with getting your EIN number. You also need an operating agreement and other things. These are all things that I include as part of the service. I already know exactly what you guys need. So it's not just signing up the LLC. I give you guys the whole package of what that includes. And if there's other things I need to be mindful of, which there's a lot, I inform you guys of those things. Like, hey, don't forget about this. Make sure that you set up this way. So let's talk about those things. In order for you to get the protection of an LLC and an S corp, all that stuff, you want to make sure that this business is separate away from you personally. So practical terms, what you need to do is after you get your EIN, which I'll help you get, you can take this EIN to the bank to open up a separate business checking account.
Yeah.
You also want to open up a separate business credit card. Let me just give you guys to let you guys know which business credit card to get. Get the Chase Business Preferred. It's $95 a year, but the benefits that it comes with it is probably worth $5 to $1,000 a year. Get that business credit card, and then from now on, anytime you have any type of business expense, which is pretty much anything and everything under the sun, as long as you're not being too aggressive with that, use your business credit card to pay those business expenses, and then you use your business checking to pay that business credit card. That way it's very separate. Your personal and your business are completely separate. And then once you do that, then you also want to make sure to talk to an accountant who's going to set you up correctly. If you have an S corporation, you have to set up payroll. If you have an LLC, you want to kind of make sure to do the whole getting the business checking account, business credit card, and keeping things separate. And record keeping becomes very important. And then you want to make sure that you're proactively keeping records, so that when it does get down to the end of the year, you're not frantically running around trying to get things from people and update your records. You just wanted to be able to hand over those bank statements and everything to your accountant, who's gonna just categorize those business expenses for you. And the word of advice is to use QuickBooks. QuickBooks online. QuickBooks has an online software that you'll be able to hook up your business checking account to it too, and that helps you kind of categorize things and helps you create P&L statements and these all things that helps you grow your business. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Set up your business checking account and set up QuickBooks and hire your accountant.
Yeah, and I'll just plug here too. I've started a few businesses, and I got to tell you, the first couple were the worst because I was clueless, and I thought I knew what I was doing, right? Like, I learned this on the first one, so the second one I would just kind of dove into it, got a separate checking account, but didn't incorporate or didn't get S corp or LLC, so it was still under my name and just having two accounts. And when times got tough, guess where I pulled money from? Right? I just did a transfer. So you really have to take the time and make it like sacred, and this account doesn't get touched. Grant Cardone talks about, this account is what does he call it? A holy account. Because if you touch them, I'll put holes in you. So I love this. I love all the tips that you gave. And I got to tell you, for those of you guys that haven't met Sam or heard of Sam before, or even the show before, I'll tell you, Sam is a great lawyer, but not just that, he is a pro marketer. I mean, this guy, I just want to give you guys fair warning. You go to his website and you're going to see him on every social media channel. You do a great job, Sam.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mikey. Actually, I thought about it, Mikey. I'm going to create a custom link. It will be an affiliate link. Just it's up to you guys, but I will give a discount to only your clients, Mikey. Will be an extra benefit of of your program. If you guys basically need your business set up, and I do this with a couple of other programs as well. Just all you have to do is click that link, and it will basically just submit the payment, and then the next step will be you'll be part of our onboarding. You go through pretty much like the onboarding process, and we'll take care of everything for you. I kind of, as Mikey mentioned, I've been able to streamline this service, go straight to it, become very efficient at doing this. And I'm right now the highest rated lawyer online for setting up businesses. I have 1,800 Google reviews. Again, I have over 6,000 clients, and 1,800 people have said my service is 5.0 stars. So
yeah.
Don't have question, and just let me help set up for you.
It's pretty impressive. And so I just, there's only so many things in life, when you find something good, a certain service that just works and just clicks and does exactly what you need it to do and what they said they would do, you really just got to sit there and go yeah. And so yours is one of those business types. If I didn't have my stuff already all set up, I would have already called you rather. So definitely we'll get together. And if you guys are watching the replay of this or you're watching on social somewhere, I just want to tell you guys, this isn't going to be available just live very long. You guys are going to need to go to the website, mightywebsitebuilder.com/mastermind, and just sign up for the email. I'm going to email the links out, the Zoom links, and you're going to see experts like Sam come on. Sam, I appreciate you. I know you got another podcast interview to go to, so thank you so much, man. I appreciate you.
Of course, keep up what you're doing, and if there's anything I could help you guys with your business, just let me know. See you guys soon.
Definitely. Take care, Sam. Thank you.